Let's look at the DJ Pro version of Serato. You will realize there's a little bit more cues more than anything. If you close this, of course, you will realize it seems like the same thing as before. Of course, the playlist looks the same too. All the audio, like we said before, beat port and so forth is available also. Well, I already made a DJ list. So there's my playlist, a variety of songs, not all my BPMs there because it hasn't all been played on here yet. So I'm going to sneak some in here, sneak another track in here. So nothing's changed of placing tracks and so forth. Here are new features though. When you go to cues and looping like before, the cues have increased to 8. The actual beauty of looping now, you can go all the way to 32 seconds to all the way 1/8 of a second. Huh? That seems crazy. Yes, it does. This feature right here doubles the amount of speed. And let's just probably look at how this is new, 1/8, 1/4, 1/2. And this is new too, 16 and 32. So just the seconds have increased. So let's take that look and see what happens when we do that. It seems like you actually are skipping the CD more than anything, what I did earlier. Not skipping the CD, but the track, I should say, of course. And that's the difference with this feature. So we can even do it for a 32-second loop. So let me pump that up and let's try that. Highlighted the looping part. It's a 32 seconds, it's quite a long time. So it's very hard to determine the 32-second loop part, but it can be helpful if you wanted to know, like, well, I'm playing a track. I wanted just that part to repeat itself. Of course, you just keep repeating itself and then play something else on the track too. That's another feature for that. Let's try this in out business. So one's in, one's out, what it's saying right now. So what it's saying, I believe how this works, is that you press in and it will play what's not highlighted, meaning that it's not going to be any loops. So let's test this theory by going over here, press play, and see if it will just play in ones. So it is playing the actual track going through that. So I believe in out is pausing the actual track of what it looks like right now. So here's the out part of it, and here's the in part of it. Okay, so that basically helps us to determine if you wanted to know where the actual live triangle is going, the cue that is, and it keeps going. Okay, this is just basically fading out and everything. If you wanted to know where the actual beats are occurring for the sense of looping. And this just helps you to determine if you want to increase it for half more seconds or double it and so forth. So now in here, it gives you the opportunity now to, my understanding is if you want to add certain tracks at certain time frame to make a loop and so forth. So if I want that one to loop at that second, it will happen again at that second again. So what happens if I moved over here, move this, and here we go. Now you can actually loop it at that certain time frame. And it will just focus on that playing part. So it can add features, of course, to help you on that. Tell you the truth, there's no other feature. Oh, yes, my apologies. There are other features that are at the top here. So it gives you way more audio, library, FX, and expansion packs to help you through this journey of yours. Do you need them? Well, if you want to play with more features, of course, this will help. Um, so just letting you know that this software can be hooked up with an actual DJ board as the hardware that will go with it. And these other features will help for that. Paid version, right now I'm paying for $1 for the month, US dollars that is, but is it worth it? I personally think if you just want the basics, you don't need to go this hardcore advanced feature of it. Totally up to you, of course, to go forward from that. Expansions, if you click on that, it opens a new screen and it shows you all the expansions you can add. I personally think it would be great if I could have hooked up my Twitter account with this, so then it would actually play the tracks of streaming at the same time of knowing what my audience is listening to. But unfortunately, it doesn't. So that's one of the downsides, unless if you have the hardware software, sorry, the hardware that's associated with it. That's the only way that will work with it. In a nutshell, this is the difference with this version. Nothing's changed with files still. You click on that, it will open up another file, but they're saying there's not enough space on screen. So this is an issue for that, of course. And then this is where you probably have to close your screen and see if it will work now. Of course it does now. So that's one of the things with this feature. So you always have to follow the cues and so forth to help you understand where it's going. In a nutshell, it's normally 10 US dollars per month to subscribe to it. So something to consider if you really want to do this as a full-time position, helping with trackings and so forth, to looping, to cues, and other features like the expansion packs and that. Hopefully that helps, and have a great time. And remember, have fun. That's the best part of it all. We don't want the whole purpose of DJing, as Armin said, have fun.